Through our state, and Christy Siefkin up in the snow this morning in Flagstaff.
Looking gorgeous.
Well, good morning to you guys. So nice to hear your voices. It is gorgeous out here. Winter Wonderland. You know, it's such a cheesy phrase that we use during the Christmas time, guys, for viewers at home. Sometimes we keep a checklist of how many times we say Winter Wonderland in our script. Today, it literally is that, though. Take a look at all the beautiful snow that's built up throughout the course of yesterday and overnight. The trees completely covered, and I think this gives you a good idea of how much snow is built up. Take a look at Hotel Monte Vista. The sign completely covered in snow this morning, and it really has been snowing pretty consistently since yesterday. We got up here around 3 o'clock, and all the locals that we talked to said it was about that time that we really started to see the snow starting to come down. It really ramped up into the evening hours. Really moist snow, pretty light and fluffy, and we're going to take you around downtown Flagstaff, maybe talk to some of the locals here coming up in a bit. But in the meantime, I might build a snowman or two. So, guys, have any requests for type of snowman?
Oh, let's think about that.
Do you want a dog? Do you want a pony?
Yeah. A pony? You can do a pony? Well, I'd like to see
it's
that.
Kind of like balloon art. You know, I take requests for different types of animals and structures.
Surprise
I can make
us.
you a snow octopus. Just let me know.
All right, surprise us. We'll head back to you here in just a bit. And out of this world trip, SpaceX is planning a trip to the moon. So what does it take to make that journey?
They're taking paid customers up there. Can you imagine?
No.
And the Arizona Humane Society helping out pet parents today for World.
So far, they've only made about 200 gallons this mountain up there, but he decided to take a light along with him to guide him through those trails.
On roads. Check out this wash here. Look at some of all that water along the road. This is Dove Valley near 32nd Avenue. Gives you a little bit of an idea of what drivers are having to deal with all over the place this morning. Probably most of the rain that we're seeing is showing up, of course, on shoulders of freeways and things like that. But there's no question the roads are slick. We were in Central Phoenix. That is where we started our morning. It was a little bit of sprinkles, and then as we moved north and northwest through the morning, we saw a lot more rain. There were big bouts of rain, probably again within the last 15 or so minutes, and before that, every say 30 or 45 minutes there'd be a big bout of rain, and then it would
No.
And the Arizona Humane Society helping out pet parents today.
Raining cats and dogs. It's just sprinkling, but there are plenty of them out here. Check out this line. We're here with the Arizona Humane Society talking about World Spay and Neuter Day. Look how excited these people are. Coming up, we're talking about tips and how you can get started.
That's a lot of spaying.
Wow.
You see
That's
that?
a line and a half.
Yeah, hello. Hey, good morning, everybody. 7:01 on your Tuesday morning. Kind of a rainy day, Core.
It's kind of rain. Yeah, and it's going to rain for a good long while yet. Check out the radar scene. There is so much, we'll get to the radar in a moment, but there's so much heavy weather just to the north of the valley. But today, we'll call it
trending on social media. First time on Twitter. This time, it's this gal, Kellyanne Conway. More on why, Troy, coming up.
Oh, yeah, the photo in the Oval Office.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about that today, so we'll have that in just a minute. But let's get to news now for you at 7:02. The weather's our big story this morning. Rain in the valley. Roads are pretty slick out there. There's some standing water, some driving conditions that may not be the best. Liz Kodalik is out live this morning driving around in all this. What are you seeing, Liz? Oh, my goodness.
Well, what do you see, Troy? Yeah.
I see wet Liz.
Rain out here. Yeah, no kidding. And I don't have an umbrella, which isn't good news. And this isn't good news either here. You can see this power pole down. This has been how it has been all morning long. This really heavy rain here coming in kind of bursts. We're at 63rd Avenue in Peoria. And this power pole, it got knocked down around midnight. If you want to take a look at the scene from earlier, you can see what happened here. What police tell us happened is that this car was driving eastbound down on Peoria, again around 63rd Avenue, lost control because it was raining outside. These roads were slick, hit the power pole, then hit a tree, then ended up hitting a block wall. He is okay, thankfully, this morning, despite how bad this all looks. He's fine. He didn't even have to go to the hospital, but power was knocked out to a bunch of SRP customers for about 30 minutes. Everything has been restored, and you can see here SRP crews are on scene trying to get this all figured out here, and they should be wrapping up here pretty shortly, in about like an hour or so. The eastbound lanes have been reopened, and one of the lanes in the westbound area has been reopened as well. But take a look. These are the types of conditions that this guy was driving in. We have some video from overnight where you can see all of the rain. This has been a problem, and again, like I've mentioned, it's been coming in bursts. It's a pretty fast-moving system. Like right now, when you come back out to us live here in a second, you'll see it's now clear, and that's how it has been. So the police department saying that this guy, there was nothing going on other than the fact that it was just really bad conditions, really slick roads. He was not impaired at all. He just was not driving as slowly as he should have been in this area. And we, if we can come back out here live, have seen problems out here even after all of that happened. We were just out here reporting live. We saw a fender bender right over here. It's been cleared. Everyone's fine. But again, you just got to be really careful with these conditions. These roads are very, very slick. It's hard to stop. It's hard to keep control of your vehicle, so be careful. We've seen, you know, the outcome of that here behind me, and also in this crash that was just cleared up. So stay safe out there on the roads, everyone. Enjoy the rain, but drive very carefully, and make sure you don't forget your umbrella like I did. Back to you.
Right, Liz. Yeah, and that standing water just right over your left shoulder there, you know, you can hydroplane on that kind of stuff so easily.
Absolutely, yeah. That's a good point, too. Be careful.
Good report out there. So what can we expect throughout the rest of the day today, and when will the sun start shining? We're going to get to Christy in just a second up in the North Country with all that beautiful snow. So Corey's looking at exactly what's happening. You were just
and heads up, let's take a look at the radar.
He's wearing a black jacket, black pants.
Right now, it is really coming down up there in the northwest part of the valley, North Phoenix, along the I-17, coming in on the 10. So if you're just now getting ready to head out, you definitely need to plan accordingly. Leave yourself a little extra time and just slow roll it in, because those roads are really wet. The visibility is really diminishing by the second. So
to put into place because it safeguards drinking water. So we'll see what happens. Again, the EPA is one of those agencies that may be taking some big-time cuts in the new Donald Trump budget. So the president is preparing this morning for that joint address to a session of Congress. He is expected to talk about taxes, Obamacare, and immigration. And we will be carrying it live here on Fox 10 starting at 7 o'clock. It'll also be on our streaming platform, News Now. Hey, all right, so we told you that this storm system was coming, and here's how we got some advance word that it was really going to be pretty intense. Look at these pictures of what they've been dealing with first in California before the storms. He drove through the floodwaters, but then he stalled as well. Eventually, he got out and had to walk back through the deep, dirty waters. So, you guys, that's a good reminder for us here in Arizona, because the rains do get intense, and the flooding in some of our washes in the urban areas very quickly can fill up. If you've got any question, just don't do it.
Yeah, right. Good, Ron. Thank you, sir.
Yep.
all right, well, our weather alert continues, and while we're seeing heavy rain right now across the valley, up north they're getting lots of snow.
A lot, and it's just beautiful in Flagstaff. Schools are closed today because of the weather, and Christy Siefkin making a special appearance on Fox 10 AZAM. I can't believe the scene behind you. I mean, even those, oh, wow, there's some applause.
You have a round of applause in the studio.
Those trees,
is that from
so
Corey
amazing.
McCloskey?
You know
Yes,
it's from Corey.
give Cordy a shout out. Say, I miss him. I wish we were doing the weather tag team still, but I'm hard at work here doing a little bit of weather while he stays warm in the studio. Yeah, next time, don't think it's going to be that way, Corey. You're going to be up here, and I'm going to be in the studio. Okay, we're going to talk when I come back. But you know what? I am thrilled to be here this morning. Love being out in the active weather. And how could you not love this, guys? It is just spectacular. It has been snowing since yesterday afternoon. Very moist, very light, fluffy snow. A dream come true for the snowboarders and skiers. And just to give you some perspective here on how much has fallen, if you're going to be headed to mail a package today or drop off some mail, make sure that you gently open the door to the mail drop, because otherwise you've got easily a couple of feet of snow that are going to go right behind your package. If we have some obstructions in the roadway, you probably won't know it because the blinking light on this clapboard sign is completely covered. And I'll tell you what, too, as we look to the other side of the street where the flags are hanging outside this restaurant, one of them you can see is actually frozen shut. I'm guessing with those gusty winds yesterday, it kind of flipped on itself and it's kind of, sealed, I guess, because of the snow up there. So as we made our way up yesterday, it was right around 3 o'clock floor because it continued all the way into the 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock hours, maybe noticing a 10 or 20 minute break. And that's why these guys are so hard at work this morning in the snow plows. It's been consistent. We've seen snow plows. I don't know how many go down the street this morning thus far. And we talked to some people yesterday, some locals, that they were very excited to see the snow, even though that they just got a big storm about a month ago. But at this point, they're pretty much used to it. And a lot of them looking forward to that little sample of snow, since past winters haven't necessarily been as wet as the winter that we have seen. Take a listen.
I think I'm used to it now because I'm always walking to work in it, and walking home in it.
Big bout of rain, and then it would slow down.
101 on the west side of town, and that is the camera there at
here. However, as a precaution,
in trouble. Is it related to the slick roadways? Maybe, but let me show you what we're keeping an eye on. That's I-10 eastbound at 35th Avenue, an accident involving a couple, maybe 3 tanker trucks. It's all off to the left, and let me show you how it's
Walking to work in it, and walking home in it.
9 o'clock. That may be me as well, guys. So we'll be coming to you throughout the course of the morning. So cold out yesterday. You just talk a little bit slower when your lips are frozen. So by the time we get to 9 o'clock, that may be me as well, guys. So we'll be coming to you throughout the course of the morning. We continue to see, or expect to continue to see, snow all the way until 11 o'clock today, maybe even a little bit more into the afternoon. So we'll be talking to some folks as they are waking up, hopefully heading out for some coffee. I don't know. I think everybody's staying inside and staying warm this morning. So you just may be getting a lot of me, and I may pull Randy out, who's from the Midwest, kind of get our photographer. He's saying no. I'm going to interview him on what he thinks about the snowstorm up here. Oh, and I do have some snow art for you. It's a work in progress, so I'm not ready to reveal it quite yet. But we'll see that too coming up in a bit.
Now that's a tease.
Yeah, that is.
All right.
I'll stick around for that.
Yes. Thanks,
Thank you,
Christy. We'll see you in a little bit.
You know, I've mentioned it before. I don't think there's anything better when we have a big snowstorm and everything stays in the trees. It's just calm and quiet and so nice, right?
And it's really heavy, you know, like you can tell it's really like laying on the branches. Yeah. Good morning, you two. Good morning, everyone. So let's talk about this photograph you see right behind me. A recent national article referred to the Oval Office as sacred. So if indeed that is the case, this photo, you know, is trending, and if it's sacred, it may be at least one reason why this photo of Kellyanne Conway is trending, and not in a good way. So do you see her right there, kind of sitting on the couch? Shared all over social media in this image. It was captured by an AFP photographer. Conway appears right here on the couch, and she's got her shoes on. You can't see them, I don't think, but she has her shoes on, and Trump is in the Oval Office at the time. He's posing with leaders of historically black colleges and universities. Twitter users have been berating her for what they described as a lack of respect for the Oval Office. She looks, well, that's the report that she has her shoes on, but you can't see them in this photo, obviously. But
I know if I did that on my couch when I was a kid, I would have gotten in trouble. My mom would have yelled at me.
Yeah.
For putting my shoes on the couch.
If she has her shoes off, she's pretty comfy there in the office.
Well.
You know? The tops.
Under her
bum.
You know where.
Or sticking into the side of the, cushions. So Trump's predecessor, Barack Obama, you remember, repeatedly took flack for photos in which he appeared to be more relaxing, especially in his early years, the first couple of years of his presidential time there in the Oval Office. Critics also chastised Obama for unbuttoning the previous Oval Office dress code that called for a suit jacket and a tie.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember George W. Bush. He wouldn't let you walk into that Oval Office without a suit and tie on, without a jacket and tie. And if you didn't have a jacket, you better go find one.
Yeah.
You're not getting in.
You're not getting in.
That's right.
There should be like a closet right outside.
Like
you know,
like
you show like at restaurants when you show up without a
if you show up
jacket.
to a golf club and you don't have something to sit in the golf club with.
You're wearing some random's jacket that's
like
hanging up in
baby
the closet.
blue,
Yeah.
and, it's got spaghetti stains on it. There you go. All right,
Thanks,
happening now. Did you know it's World Spay Day?
I didn't, but now I do. The Arizona Humane Society wants to help you get your pets spayed or neutered.
Marcy Jones live this morning. I had no idea that Spay Day was such a big deal, Marcy. That's
What
a
a
big
line of people.
I know. Oh, hey, it's World Spay Day. I didn't know it was such a big deal either, but I'm so glad it is because it's so important. I'm here with our friend Bretta Nelson of Arizona Humane Society. This is pretty exciting.
It is. It is. This is our 5th annual World Spay Day event down at Tempe Marketplace, and every year the lines are so long, just going to show how important it is to provide affordable and accessible services to the community. These are great pet owners. They're out here early in the rain doing the right thing for their pet.
And they're not even here for themselves. They're here for their furry little friends.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the importance of this.
Yeah, so vouchers if your pet needs a vaccine in the month of March. Yeah, so
I love it. So
one-stop shop
until 12 today. First come, first serve.
Yes.
500 vouchers here. Bretta, thank you so much. We're going to go back over here because I made some friends a little bit earlier. This one dog caught my eye. Hang on, so cute. I just have to show you guys. Hi. This is Joey, Francesca. This is Ferrari. Can I pick her up? Is that okay?
Yes.
At her. Isn't she the cutest? Yes, she is. And Dewey's cute too. We can't ignore her boyfriend Dewey. She met him here. We don't know if she's still going to be interested after the spaying, but we're hoping for the best. We hope that they can work it out, right? Yes. Dewey's mom is not so excited about the love connection, but oh, she's shivering. She's so cute. Guys, really important cause. It's going on today until 12 right here at Tempe Town Marketplace.
All right, Marcy, thank you.
Getting into it.
She is.
Continuing our weather coverage for you, what does all this rain and snow mean for our drought?
Well, coming up, we're talking to someone from SRP about how the wet weather is helping.
Festivals in the United States. The 29th Annual Chandler Chamber Ostrich Festival.
Brought to you by Fox 10.
Fox 10 News is brought to you by...
To the left, and let me show you how it's affecting your travel time. There's also a second accident back at 91st Avenue. So on that I-10 from the 101 to downtown Phoenix, you're looking at a 43-minute drive time. That's the height of our rush hour. You know, and April was showing
and it's been pretty heavy to the north of town, which is why we've got a flood advisory in effect for the areas here highlighted in green until 11 o'clock. Now here's the rain as it pushes through over the I-17.